much for joining me today on Karen Eamon's Love Your Life Friday. I have been really enjoying these DIY projects as my husband and I like to do things together too. And so I thought you might like to see a project that Greg and I made together, a headboard for our king-size bed. So here's our end project. We made it together simply with 2 pallets. So to start this project, you'll need to get 2 pallets. We picked them up from free from a friend who happens to have some at her business. But I've also seen them at local hardware stores or even at some of the thrift shops or consignment stores that Greg and I have been going to. We found them for just $9.99 a piece. So the first thing that you'll need to do after you get your pallets is pick up 3 2x4s, as you can see here. These are going to serve as your supports. So you'll place 1 on each end and 1 in the middle, lying flat on the floor. The next thing that you'll do is begin to deconstruct your pallets. Now this is where the hard part comes in. We took a crowbar, or let me say Greg took a crowbar, and pulled apart the pallets while I took a hammer and pulled out all of the nails. I liked saving those rusty nails because I turned around and used a lot of them later on in the project. You can do whatever you like the most. Once your pallet is pulled apart, then you begin to take the boards and lie them flat across the 2x4s. Now I wanted to mix up the sizes so they didn't all look the same. So you'll see that there's some longer pieces and then there are also some shorter pieces. I thought that this gave the variety to the project that I looked for. You begin to then, on the end, screw those boards to the 2x4s. Now there'll be some spaces where there is no 2x4 behind the boards, like you see right here. On the back side, you'll attach those together using a metal bracket that you've picked up from the store, and this will give those places some support. Once we had all of the boards laid out in place and screwed either to the 2x4 or to the metal brackets to bring its strength, we then placed a trim piece on the front and a trim piece on the top that kind of looks somewhat like a shelf and I think gives it a finished look. Once you're all done, you can then either attach your headboard directly to your wall, or because I didn't want to put more holes in the drywall, you can attach it to a metal bed frame. I picked up this metal bed frame very inexpensively at a mattress store. And so you can see here where we just attached the board to the 2x4. Let me get around the back side and you can see how we did that with a metal bolt. Then you're all done. Put your project exactly where you want it, dress it up a little bit, and you're good to go. Greg and I also wanted to make some inexpensive nightstands, so I picked up a couple of unfinished crates from Michael's. We stained those and screwed those together, and they made cute little nightstands to go along the side. You could also make these with more pallets, or I've seen them made with antique crates that once held soda or maybe fruit and vegetables from a grocery. Either way, I think they go great with this look. I hope you've enjoyed this project and it's something that you'll enjoy doing. Have a great Friday and a wonderful weekend.